Alright, do I have this the right way? I hope so. It's time for the cat's special num num time. But, I have allergies so bad, and I have to tell you an amazing story. And why? Well, this isn't why, but the universe validated me tonight. Why I always say, be love, be light, and be kind. Always be kind. Smile. You can't do anything nice or have a kind word, don't say anything, move on. Because the kindness, it matters, and it will be remembered. And you may never even know who you affected or how, but know that you will maybe change somebody's entire life path. So I get a message tonight on Facebook. I don't even remember his name, because as you know, I suck with names. And I made like 3 videos tonight. You want Nami food? Mommy, get Nami. Come. So, I get a private message on Facebook. Guy goes, do you mind if I tell you something? And I might be highly, highly embarrassed to say it, but I want to say it anyway. So I'm like, oh, who is this? I don't know this guy. I said, sure. I said, no judgment here, as long as it's not an X-rated. Don't assume that that's okay. So he writes and he tells me, no, not X-rated. He said, I remember you from 1982. You did a show with a girl named Maureen. It was Stephanie, but he said Maureen. He said, I was right up front of that stage. You changed my life. He said, I had stars in my eyes for weeks. I was starstruck. And then he writes, Joan, I was a photographer for the show. And apparently he went to my high school. Kavanaugh, I think his name is now. There was a photographer who took my yearbook picture. They had to fire because he was stalking me. It's not him. But he said, he's going to look for the negatives. He said, you changed my life. He says, I have to tell you that I was starstruck. I was in awe. I was amazed that you were so gorgeous and God, such an incredible, incredible dancer. He said, you just inspired me to become a professional dancer. I am retired from the Navy, but I got a scholarship to the Rockville Center Theater for Ballet and Art. It's prestigious. Rockville Center, Long Island is the South Shore money. As opposed to Great Neck, North Shore money. And to be given a scholarship, and he didn't start till after he saw me dance. So, you know, you got to figure 16, 17, starting ballet. He said actually he didn't start that. He said he got hurt in the Navy, and they said to help your back, yoga or dance, ballet will help your back. Now he said he always had an aptitude and danced after seeing me, but he went with the ballet and just had a knack for it. And now today, this day and age, he's 51, and the injury, he can't feel his legs, and he was never supposed to walk again, but he can walk. And he has kids, and he goes mountain climbing, and he goes to volcanoes, but he said, I could not live another day if I did not let you know what you did for me, and how you changed my life, and how you inspired me. Second time somebody when I first moved here to the Berkshires, a girl named Nadia. She's this big yoga girl. She's got kids that look just like her. They're in college. Her husband's awesome. She has a yoga studio. She's Dutch, I think. She does all the Dutch, she does all these things like Oktoberfest, yada yada. But she one year said, can I have your address? I want to send you a Christmas card. All right, fine. Send her. I said, I remember you. Oh, I love you, Nadia. Curly blonde hair, chunky, blue eyes, dimples, her best laughter. I love Nadia so much. She sends me $50 or $100 to Walmart, writes me a letter, said, the only reason I'm alive and made it through high school is because of you. I wanted to die, never thought I would get through a day. You got me through every day and made it bearable. I said, what? Why? Apparently the kids were really mean to her. She was a little chunky, she was beautiful. The smile could light up a hemisphere. And I adored her. She would come by and we'd talk and I'd be in awe, just thought she was like better than sliced bread. I loved her. I don't care if you're big, little, skinny. It's something else, and she was a bright, shiny soul. I did not know that she did not want to live, and because of me, she made it through 4 years and has a happy life, and she said she just had to finally tell me. So that's what I mean. I am glowing and goosebumpy, and you never know who you're going to inspire with a kind word or a really crappy story of disease, illness, hospitalization, near death, tragic, bad marriage, and no money, homeless and poverty. you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you smile, and you thank God for what you do have, and you thank God for the things you don't have. Because that's always a wonderful thing, too. I don't have a husband. Thank you, God. Um, I don't have a disgusting house with scrubs everywhere and hair in the sink and just, I would say candy wrappers in the bed stuck to my butt, but I have my own candy wrappers in the bed stuck to my butt. But you never know whose world you're going to change. And now she's married, she's got a studio, she's inspiring others. And she went out of her way to tell me, then that's something not in a million years in any universe I would have ever known that. Be loved, be light, be kind, because I promise you, you change one life. You inspire one person to go forward on that day that maybe they were short, they couldn't and wouldn't, and it would be easier to just not. One word, one hopeful, faithful, can change the universe. It's because it snowballs. I promise you it does. Come, Mama Nam, come. Come on, baby, come. Oh, good boy. Good boy. You think they have enough food? They have 6 bowls of food. And they're doing inspections on Monday. Yay, I'm starving. Want to see what I did? I went out, I filmed, there's nothing going on outside. I got itchy. I came home, my bedroom is a fucking horror show. What do you think of that? My legs are starting to swell up. I gotta put anti-inflammatory cream. Oh, that was beautiful. You see that? I'm not taking a Motrin because I'm not going through that. But I was also, my daughter keeps telling me more and more things that happened last night. God, I have to learn how to control. I did say to myself when I was freaking out, I knew why I was freaking out. Partly, I think I'm getting too much Synthroid, and so I'm not regulating properly. But also, I just knew something was going on. I knew it, and I said to myself, all I could do is trust. I raised my daughter right, and my daughter is blunt, no sugarcoating, honest, harsh. She's harsh, she's hurtful to me. Told the manager off downstairs too. Oh my God, she told me, I won't even tell you what she said, but she keeps telling me what they did last night, and she had a time. Next video, I'm going to tell you what tag team is, because my daughter found out last night. But she had an experience, and she didn't do any drugs, but there were drugs involved, and there were multiple people that were involved with the whole sexy time, and that was a first for her, and that's okay, because these are people she's known for years. There was only one guy she didn't know, and she said she wouldn't dare have anything to do with him ever, because she just met him, and she said, I don't do that. So I told her right off the bat, don't involve me in this, I don't know you. She was with her best friend that she knows God since 2013, and she didn't do anything, but she allowed a few things to happen. And my daughter is 21-year-old virgin, so no drugs were involved. She had some beer, and she came clean and told me. And she said, I was worried about you, Mom, because you had cramps and a backache, and I felt like I did when I used to have to be hospitalized for my monthly. I felt like that this whole week, and it's very weird. And I was trying to, in my brain yesterday, figure out what is panic, what is me being clairsentient and knowing that what's going on. I saw it in my head. I knew what was going on. I knew it. And then you never know. Somebody's going to say, all right, do what I tell you to do, or, get on your knees, or I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to stab you, or I'm going to, you don't know. It could be your closest friend. They just, they have ego problems. Bam, they snap. And she isn't no self-defense. But I will say she is her father. Her dad has way too much testosterone. He could pick up a car and has picked up many cars and saved many lives. Charleston in Las Vegas, car, little like Pinto, couldn't make it up the hill. We were dating. He goes, excuse me, John, I'll be right back. Walks over to the car, needs some help, picks up the car, walks it up the hill. Long Island, car was stuck in the snow and ice, and the landlord wouldn't clean the yard, get rid of the ice, and he had to go to work. He had it. He was so aggravated. It was a Mitsubishi. He went outside, he picked up the car, moved it around off the ice, and she is her father to a T. Her body, her strength, her structure, her breakouts. She has a lot of me, but the way she's built and how she's made, and we both have a lot of testosterone. Me and the hubby, we had a very adventurous love life, let's just say. And